Hi, welcome to the concentration dilution exploration. This video will walk you through the general procedures so you know what to do and know what to expect. This exploration has three parts. Part one, where you're exploring using the concentration calculations. And you'll see that there's a procedure that walks you through what you need to do. And within the procedure, you'll see some questions that are embedded. The questions you have to answer are highlighted in orange, and then there are text boxes under there for you to write your responses. Then it's the analysis. This is where you're analyzing the data that you collect. And here is the data table as well. In part two, you're going to explore the saturation. So here's the procedure. Here is the analysis. Again, you see there are a couple of questions there for you to discuss. There's your data. And part two also has some post-lab questions, which are mostly multiple choice or fill in the blank. In the case for multiple choice, you can highlight the correct answer or write the letter of the correct answer on the side. Then part three, we're going to explore dilution. So what happens when you dilute the solution. And again, you have your analysis section, which has the after the procedure, which has a data table you fill out, and then some questions that you need to answer. And then that's it. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at sort of how this all works. I'm going to reset this. So when you open the link at the top, the FET link at the top, you should get something that looks like this. So here, this is your lever 4 to change the volume of solvent, which is water in this case. So if you pull it forward, it'll fill it up. And the most it can fill up is to 1 liter. So once you reach 1 liter, it won't fill up anymore. To drain out the tank, you use this lever on the side. So that will empty out whatever in here, whether it's just solvent or solution. All right, let's fill that up again. All right, and then here is where you change what you're adding. So right now it's on drink mix. For part one, the first one you're going to do is cobalt nitrate. So you would change it to cobalt nitrate, and you'll see cobalt nitrate written on the shaker. Notice that the chemical formula is written here on the shaker for cobalt nitrate. So when you get into your data table for cobalt 2 nitrate, this is the chemical formula you're writing down, the one that's on the shaker. All right, the other piece you have here is the concentration probe. So to measure the concentration, you want to make sure that this circular part is inside the solution. And let's go ahead and just shake some in here, and you can see how the numbers change. So the more solute I add, the higher the concentration, and that makes sense. Now, one thing that's important is that, let's say I drain out the tank a bit. Notice how no longer the concentration is being read. You have to make sure that the probe is inside the solution, so just move it down if you need to. All right, the other piece of information that you have here is this button is to remove. You can remove all of the solute, so whatever solute that you put in here, cobalt nitrate, notice it disappears and it's just water again. Some more solvent. The other thing you can do is evaporate the solution. So this lever here, you can just do a little bit, or you can do a lot. Now when you're evaporating, what you're doing is you're not removing the solute, you're not removing the cobalt nitrate in this case, but you are evaporating off the water. So what do you think is happening to the solution? Is it becoming more or less concentrated when you evaporate off the water? Yep, it's becoming more concentrated, so that's what you're doing there. Okay, couple other things. The if initially it's on solid, so you can change it there, but if you're using for part 3 where you're doing the dilution, this is the section that you use. You just click on the dropper there, and again you can change. I'm going to drain the whole thing out. So the dropper is a concentrated solution, and to add liquid from the dropper, just hit the dropper. Okay. And once again, just like with anything else, you can drain it out. So those are the features of this. Now, as I said, you are going to fill in the information as you go, and make sure you answer the questions wherever you see it, like highlighted in orange here, whether light or dark orange. Those are the parts that you have to fill out. And that is it. If you have any questions, please send me a message. Have a quality day.